I know very well the fear you feel just thinking that your cat might run away and never come back. It's not a common behavior, but there are cats that leave and never return. In this video, I'll explain the reasons that lead them to escape so you can prevent it. Additionally, I'll tell you how felines find their way back home and how to find them if they get lost. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Stress. Stress is one of the main reasons your cat might decide to leave home. You need to understand that cats are creatures of habit, and any change, no matter how small, can deeply disturb them. If your home environment is too inconsistent, your feline friend may want to seek a quieter environment. Factors like the arrival of a new pet, changes in the home, or even loud noises can trigger anxiety in your cat. Remember, yelling or punishing your cat will only increase their stress. A stressed cat is more likely to run away from home. Therefore, pay attention to signs of stress and work to create a safe and calm environment for your furry friend. This way, you can ensure your cats feel loved and understood, reducing the chances of them deciding to leave. 2. Fear. Fear is another significant reason that can drive a cat to flee from home. Cats are extremely sensitive, and their instinct tells them to flee when they feel threatened. Fear can be caused by a neighborhood dog, a strong storm, or even fireworks. In moments of panic, their first reaction may be to escape. Therefore, it's crucial not to scare them intentionally, not even as a joke. Things like startling them with a cucumber may seem funny to some people, but to your cat, it's a real threat. This fear adds to the stress we've already mentioned, creating an environment that could be unsustainable for your furry friend. Protect your cats and make them feel safe. This way, you'll prevent them from feeling the need to run away. 3. Double life. Yes, your cat may have a double life. If your feline disappears out of nowhere at the same time every day and comes back home as if nothing happened, it's very likely that they have another family or friends nearby. Yes, cats are cunning and may have more than one home where they are pampered and fed. Other friendly humans in the neighborhood may be offering food or even a second home, and this is more common than you think. To avoid confusion and ensure that everyone knows your cat already has a loving family, I recommend putting a collar with identification on them. This way, your cat will be known in the neighborhood as a feline who already has a human family. 4. Territory expansion. Consider your cat as a potential little conqueror. When they feel like the king or queen of their castle, they may want to expand their territory by venturing beyond the walls of your home, especially if there are other cats lurking nearby. Your feline may feel the need to go out and make it clear who's in charge in the neighborhood, and here's where their territorial instinct comes in. Males, in fact, tend to be bolder in this territorial quest. But don't worry, there's a very simple solution. Neuter your cat. This simple procedure can calm their territorial expansion urges, keeping them safe at home. Number 5. Hunting instinct. Cats are born hunters. It's something that's in their instincts. When they see something move, their instinct tells them they should chase and capture it. Sometimes this love for hunting can take them further than planned, leading them to get lost. This especially happens with young cats who are more curious and have more energy to explore and hunt. But don't worry, you can help them with this. Play with your cats and give them toys that satisfy their need to hunt. If your cats feel satisfied at home, they won't feel the need to go out hunting. And if you feel they need an extra challenge, maybe it's a good idea to consider having another different pet besides the felines. This way, your cats can hunt and play as much as they want without leaving home. Are you enjoying the video? I hope so. Consider subscribing to the channel to keep following our work of spreading feline care. Also give this video a thumbs up as it helps with its promotion. Thank you very much. Now let's continue with the video. Number 6. Lack of basic needs. If your cat's basic needs are not met, they may decide to leave in search of a better place. And I'm not just talking about food and water. Cats need affection, attention, and a clean, comfortable place to relieve themselves. If their litter box is dirty or if you've moved it, your cat may interpret this as a sign that they're no longer welcome. Since cats are quite proud, they may decide to leave. Additionally, if you leave them alone for too long, they may seek affection elsewhere. Therefore, remember to provide your cats with what they need and dedicate time to them every day. This way, they'll feel happy and safe in your home, and you'll also enjoy their company. Number 7. not feeling well. Now, I want to address something that shouldn't be overlooked. If your cat has changed their behavior and now seems like a true escape artist, pay attention, as they may not be feeling well. Cats are masters at hiding their pain, and when they're sick, their instinct guides them to seek a quiet and isolated place to recover. They may even find a safe place outside of your home. In nature, a sick cat would hide to avoid showing their vulnerability to predators. And unfortunately, if your cat is in their final days, they may seek a solitary spot to spend their final moments. Therefore, as their trusted human, make sure to be attentive to any changes in their behavior and take them to the veterinarian regularly. 8. Curiosity. Cats are explorers by nature, and their curiosity seems to have no limits. However, this curiosity has a dark side. It may happen that one day your cat starts chasing a butterfly, investigating a noise, or simply exploring out of pure curiosity, and suddenly realizes they're in an unfamiliar place and don't know how to get back home. Or worse, they may get into trouble, encounter other cats, and end up injured. So, if you know you have an explorer-spirited cat, it's essential to take action. It's not about limiting their adventurous spirit, but rather about taking care of it. Get to know your cat, and if you notice that curiosity takes them too far, it's time to be more vigilant. Control their outings as much as possible and use some form of geolocation because their well-being is the most important thing. 9. Seeking a partner. The urge to seek mates in unsterilized cats is incredibly strong, especially in males. If they smell a female in heat, they'll become true escape artists to pursue her, and females are no exception, as they may feel the need to seek a male. This may lead them to travel far from home, and the downside is that sometimes they're so far away that they don't know how to get back. It's not exactly a feline romance, it's instinctive behavior. For these cases, the advice is very clear. Neutering your cat will drastically change this behavior. Neutering your cat will keep them closer to home and reduce their desire for romantic adventures outside the world. 10. You might be trying to train your cat the wrong way. One of the main reasons your cat might run away from home is the way you try to train them, so I'm going to dive deeper into this topic and teach you how to train your cat correctly and prevent them from wanting to escape. Number 1. Separating kittens too early from their mother and siblings. Proper socialization is just as essential for a cat's healthy development as a good diet, affection, and daily attention. While still with their mother and siblings, kittens begin learning crucial life skills such as how to groom themselves, how to use the litter box, and how to interact with other cats. It's also during this period that the first social hierarchies start to take shape, which is key for a harmonious relationship with other cats later in life. When kittens are separated from their mother and siblings after just a few days or weeks, the consequences can be serious. In many cases, they grow up without knowing how to properly interact with other felines or even animals from other species. Although there is no exact rule, it is generally recommended to separate a kitten from its mother at around 8 to 12 weeks of age, depending on the situation. Number 2. Using violence during training. Physical or psychological violence should never be used on cats. Cats are extremely sensitive. If you yell at a cat, you'll likely get the opposite result of what you wanted. The cat won't suddenly obey you just because you raised your voice. In fact, the cat may very well do exactly what you don't want it to do. If the situation escalates to physical aggression, like hitting the cat on the nose, sides, or anywhere else, the damage can be long-lasting. A mistreated cat will eventually withdraw, avoid human contact, and lose trust in people. On top of that, they may become aggressive towards humans and react with fear or stress whenever they feel threatened. And remember, they might run away and never come back. Please, never do this. Number 3. Overloading the cat during training. Most cats learn how to use a litter box from their mother while they are still kittens. That's why, in many cases, they already arrive at their new home knowing where to do their business. However, every home has its own set of rules and boundaries. It's important to teach these rules calmly and patiently, step by step. If you try to impose all the rules at once from the beginning, the cat will likely feel overwhelmed by the flood of information and become stressed. This can hinder the learning process and affect the cat's behavior. The best approach is to teach one rule at a time, with plenty of patience. This reduces the chance of overloading the cat and greatly increases your chances of success in the long run. Always remember, be patient with your furry friend. Number 4. Being inconsistent during training. This is a mistake that many cat owners make for many different reasons. Even if the cat has already learned that the couch is not a scratching post and that the dining table is not a place to nap or eat, sometimes the cat will still push boundaries. Of course, you can't be watching the cat all day long. But whenever you are present, you need to be clear and consistent. If the cat does something off limits in front of you, firmly say no and stick to it. The mistake is sometimes ignoring it and other times correcting it. This creates mixed signals and leaves the cat feeling insecure. They won't understand why it's okay to be on the table sometimes and not others. Consistency is key when teaching cats. Number 5. Not training the use of the carrier. Almost every cat owner has experienced this. You open the closet where the carrier is kept, and the cat immediately bolts and hides. It's as if they know that a dreaded vet visit is about to happen. This probably happens because, without realizing it, we associate the carrier with something negative. Cats pick up on subtle signals and quickly learn that something unpleasant is coming. However, this situation can change if, from a young age, the cat is introduced to the carrier in a positive way. Leave the carrier accessible at all times. Place cozy blankets inside, and reward the cat with treats when they approach or go inside on their own. This way, the cat will start to view the carrier as a safe space, and vet visits will become far less stressful. Number 6. Scolding your cat at the wrong moment. Picture this. You get home after a long and stressful day, and the first thing you notice is a broken vase on the floor. You already know who probably did it, and your immediate reaction is frustration. This is when many owners end up taking their anger out on the cat. There are several mistakes happening at once here. First, it's likely that several hours have passed since the vase was knocked over, meaning the cat has already completely forgotten about it. Second, you are yelling at the cat at a time when they are not doing anything wrong, leaving them confused and scared with no idea why they're being scolded. If this behavior from you happens frequently, your cat could lose all trust in you and start emotionally distancing themselves. Always remember, cats never break or knock things over out of spite. It usually happens in the heat of the moment, during a playful chase or an unexpected jump. The loud crash of the vase was already a big scare for them. Any punishment afterward is unnecessary. If you want to correct behavior, remember to say no firmly at the exact moment the misbehavior happens. If you miss that window, scolding them later will only bring problems. Number 7. Trying to punish natural behaviors. Kittens love to nibble on their owner's hands and feet. This behavior is completely natural and is part of how they interact with their littermates. There is nothing aggressive or harmful behind it. They are simply playing and practicing social behavior. Adult cats may also show this behavior, especially when they are touched in sensitive areas like their belly or paws. These areas often trigger a light bite as a clear signal that they don't want to be touched there. If you get angry and scold the cat in this situation, you're punishing an instinctive reaction and ignoring the boundary your cat is trying to set. The ideal response is to adjust your behavior and respect these signals. Remember, this is part of who they are. Number 8. Interrupting your cat when they are eating or sleeping. This is a very common mistake when dealing with cats. Both during mealtime and while sleeping, cats remain alert because of their strong instinct for self-preservation. While eating, they stay vigilant to make sure no threat approaches from behind. And if there are other cats around, they may also need to protect their food. The same goes for sleeping. Cats only fall into a deep sleep when they feel completely safe. If you interrupt your cat during these activities, they can become startled, stressed, and may develop anxiety or mistrust. Over time, this can negatively affect their overall behavior and well-being. Number 9. Forcing your cat to smell their waste. Sometimes a cat may have an accident and go outside the litter box. In these situations, the most important thing is to investigate the cause. They could be stressed, ill, or in physical discomfort. What should never be done is forcing the cat to smell their own urine or feces. A cat's sense of smell is incredibly sensitive, and doing this only adds to their stress and insecurity. Besides being cruel, this type of punishment does not teach them anything and only creates more confusion, making them unsure of where they should relieve themselves. This is another classic example of a mixed message that damages the trust and bond between you and your cat. Number 10. Leaving your cat to fend for themselves. Your cat has just arrived in your home, so now they can handle everything alone? Not at all. While cats may be more independent than dogs, especially when it comes to bathroom habits, that doesn't mean they don't need daily care and attention. Cats also need affection, interaction, and mental stimulation. If these needs are ignored, it can result in stress, destructive or compulsive behaviors, and even health problems linked to loneliness and boredom. Cats need to be loved, played with, and cuddled every single day. Without this emotional support, they may end up sad, bored, and in more serious cases, physically ill. Now I want to explain something important. How does your cat find their way back home? The ability of cats to find their way back home is truly remarkable, but not infallible. You should know that although they are intelligent and have incredibly sharp senses, not all cats can navigate perfectly all the time. Some may leave trails by rubbing their heads, scratching trees, or leaving their scent by urinating to create a path of pheromones that guides them back home. There are even studies suggesting that they may use the Earth's geomagnetic fields to locate themselves. However, this doesn't mean you can relax and think that your cat will always find their way back. Some may get lost and put their safety at risk. It's your responsibility to keep them safe. If your cat gets lost, my advice is to act quickly. Search the surroundings, use social media, talk to neighbors, shelters, and veterinarians in the area. And of course, make sure they have an updated microchip to increase the chances of a happy reunion. Now that you know everything to prevent your cat from running away from home, let me ask you a question. Do you know why your cat sleeps with you? I'm sure the video on the screen will surprise you. In it, I talk about why your furry friend chooses to sleep by your side. Click on the screen and keep exploring the amazing world of cats with me.